The Ginyu Special Forces are a group of characters in Dragon Ball Z, and most of them appear briefly in Dragon Ball Z, A New Fusion, Gogeta and Dragon Ball GT. They are an elite mercenary team working for Frieza to conquer planets, and are part of Frieza's galactic army. The Ginyu Special Forces are a bit reminiscent of Super Sentai teams, such as Power Rangers' 5 colorful warriors, tendencies to strike poses during battle, name-calling and supernatural powers. However, because Akira Toriyama's works are often parodies, the poses used by the Ginyu Force may be a parody of poses seen in Mahou Shoujo anime of the time. Some of the recent references to the Ginyu Force's stylistic form of poses come from Super Sentai series and even Sailor Moon. Members of the Ginyu Force follow the tradition of Dragon Ball characters having pun names. In this case, they are all dairy products. Guldo is derived from yogurt, Recoome from cream, Burter from butter, Jeice from cheese, and Ginyu derives from milk. The name of the former member who appears in the game Kakarot, Banyu, comes from mother's milk. The Ginyu Special Forces are a bit reminiscent of Super Sentai teams, such as Power Rangers' 5 colorful warriors, tendencies to strike poses during battle, name-calling and supernatural powers. However, because Akira Toriyama's works are often parodies, the poses used by the Ginyu Force may be a parody of poses seen in Mahou Shoujo anime of the time. Some of the recent references to the Ginyu Force's stylistic form of poses come from Super Sentai series and even Sailor Moon. Members of the Ginyu Force follow the tradition of Dragon Ball characters having pun names. In this case, they are all dairy products. Guldo is derived from yogurt, Recoome from cream, Burter from butter, Jeice from cheese, and Ginyu derives from milk. The name of the former member who appears in the game Kakarot, Banyu, comes from mother's milk. The Ginyu Special Forces are a type of super elite and powerful warriors. Unlike others who serve the Galactic Empire, they are merely freelancers who are preferred by the tyrant over slaves or forced servants. Despite being evil and merciless like their master, the Ginyu Force follows an independent mentality created within the group and has a code of honor and equity among them. These are qualities that separate them from the rest of Frieza's galactic army and are the only ones that are not threatened or disrespected by Frieza. Within Frieza's galactic army, the Ginyu Force are of the super high executive class, with positions above those of Zarbon and Dodoria who serve as Frieza's generals. It appears that Frieza is behind the formation of the Ginyu Force, as Vegeta mocks Guldo in his flashback, saying that he only joined the Ginyu Force because Frieza decided to put him there. Although they are physically the strongest people in the universe, they have a habit of doing strange poses, betting sweets on fights, and playing Jokenpo to decide the order of fights. Each member of the Ginyu Force is a mutated member of their species, which explains their high powers and special abilities, mentioned by Jeice when discussing with Ginyu why Goku is so powerful. The strongest of all is Captain Ginyu himself, who, for most of his appearance in the series, occupies the body of a purple, horned alien, but he is capable of switching bodies if he chooses. They have their own abilities in which they supplement their own ki. Guldo has psionic abilities, Recoome has great stamina, Burter has incredible speed, Jeice specializes in ki techniques, and Captain Ginyu can transfer his consciousness. Guldo realized he had psychic powers when he was a child. He was very messy, using his powers to lift girls' skirts and steal whatever toys he wanted. Recoome practiced dancing, which is how he gained his agility and various battle poses. Burter's mother was very strict, making him do all the housework and beating him if he took too long to make dinner. Because of this, he became the fastest in the universe. Jeice was a pitcher in the Galactic League, and it was there that he developed his special crusher ball technique. When Ginyu discovered his body-swapping ability, he switched bodies with the richest boy in his class, which made him popular with girls but also dumb, and he realized that men should compete in terms of strength rather than money. The Ginyu Force was called upon by Frieza to help him defeat Vegeta on Namek and to obtain the Namekian Dragon Balls during the Namek Saga and Captain Ginyu Saga to try and regroup from Zarbon and Dodoria's mission before they were completely executed by Vegeta. When Frieza gets embarrassed when they did their strange poses when they arrived on Namek, it implies that he never got used to their attitude. Everyone except Ginyu was killed by Vegeta, and Ginyu accidentally switched bodies with a toad. The Ginyu Force works with Frieza, King Cold, and Cell in episode 195 of Dragon Ball Z, but they are all defeated by Goku, falling into the Lake of Blood, and then thrown into the spikes by Pikahan, and then trapped. Ginyu makes small appearances as a frog on Earth throughout the series, until Dragon Ball Super's F Rebirth Saga when Ginyu switches bodies with Tagoma, but is defeated by Gohan and killed by Vegeta. In the 1995 film Dragon